course, today's talk is about this. What exactly is this newness? All of you are celebrating this new year. Yesterday, day before yesterday, and today also maybe. So one should have some understanding about uh, what is this newness. Why anything that is new should be celebrated, uh, and how to say make use of this life, not just the New Year day. Every day in the year, every minute uh, in the day, or every hour, every minute in the day, or every moment in the day, how it can become new, hmm? How it can be converted, how it can be changed into a new moment. Because everything is like perception, it's based on our perception. If you look at something with say as not good, it will become bad. It will not become good. If you look at something in a different way, it may look very special. It may look good. Something as old, if you look at something as old, then it may look old, it may look very boring. If your perception changes, the object also will change. The object at which you are looking, that will also change. So that's why Buddha says everything is in the mind. Everything arises in the mind. Mano Kubbangama Dhamma. So, so there is no need to blame the world, blame the situations, blame the people around you, blame the things around you. If at all, if you want to blame your own mind. So, if at all, there is no need to blame the mind also. You just accept what's going on in your mind, observe and accept, and then convert and change it. That's how this path is the path of buddhi, path of understanding. So to develop this, the buddhi, the path of understanding, we should change our perception many times because we are habituated to perceive a few things in a different way, in a routine way, or in our own way. We are habituated to react to particular things in a particular way, in our own way. We are habituated to observe, even say be aware of things in our own way. We are habituated to feel towards different things around us in our own way. So through right view, through our right practices, through right faith, through right energies, we have to change some of these things. That is called, that is through resolving. So during this New Year day, many people they take a lot of they resolve many things. They go for so many resolutions. So so one of the resolutions, most people. So there is a survey. According to that survey, most of the people they are interested in reducing their body weight. That is the most popular resolution during the New Year days celebrations. Of New Year Day resolution, the most popular one is reduce the body weight. So more than reducing the body weight, you have to reduce the weight of the mind. Whatever we have accumulated, not just in the previous year, whatever we have accumulated from so many years in this life, not only in this life, maybe from so many lives, whatever we have accumulated, we have to unburden, we have to remove it, we have to reduce it. That is the biggest resolution that I can suggest you, or I can recommend also. Reducing the body weight. People, of course, people who are like say into this kind of resolutions of New Year or say who are into this, say this, the significance of New Year, they think is to resolve some, of course, not some creamy layer of the world, the society. It's not, I don't say that everyone. Of course, in India also it's coming up, making resolutions during New Year Day. So reducing body weight is the most popular resolution. More than that, reducing the weight of the mind weight, the weight of the thoughts, the weight of the defilements, because the mind is, the thoughts are born from defilements, the weight of the defilements, to come out of the weight of the defilements. That is the most powerful resolution. And of course, how to come out of this weight of the mind, that we will see. And then how to perceive, how to look at the things all the time, and all the things around us that we encounter, that we see in a novel way. How to see, how to develop that newness, the perception of newness. How to develop that perception of newness in what we see, in what we think, in what we hear. How to develop this, that also we will see. So that is today's talk. How to reduce the burden of the mind, the burden of thinking, the burden of defilements, the weight of defilements. Then automatically body weight also will reduce. Body weight, reduction in body weight, that need not be the prime resolution. The primary resolution should be reducing the weight of the mind, weight of the defilements of the mind. Then automatically all other burdens you can reduce. All other resolutions will fall in place. I just gave one example to reduce the body weight, reduce the most popular resolution. The same, so many people have resolution of, say, I want to wake up early in the morning. I want to, say, study. I want to read every day so many hours, or I want to work so many hours. So many resolutions they make. Or I want to build friendship with my enemies, or with the people with whom I have cross relation. In that way, many people have different kinds of resolutions. So all those resolutions will fall in place if you work on this primary resolution, that is how to reduce the weight of the mind, weight of the defilements, because that weight is very heavy. That weight is very burdensome. That will create all other problems. That will create all other weights in the life, all other burdens in the life. So before taking up these two aspects about the new year, and how, and of course, as a continuation of our discussion on karma, we can discuss these two things. Before going into that, we will see about this particular sutra, the discourse that we chanted, that is Mahamangala Sutra. So what are these blessings? How they say, or the true auspicious things that will again help us in this, to reduce the weight of the mind, that is defilements, and also how to look at the things with that newness, how to perceive everything with that with that novelty, that newness. That also first we will see, and then we will continue our discussion on this other two aspects. So in this Mahamangala Sutta, of course, many of you may be aware of this, but still, just for a few minutes, we will see, because as the very title suggests, it is Mahamangala. This is very auspicious. The great auspicious things, the great blessings, the great auspicious things. So let us remember this. Then we will work on the mind, how to reduce the weight of the mind, how to develop that novel outlook towards the different things. Those things we will see later. And in this Mahamangala, there are 38 auspicious things, there are 38 blessings that one should of course, recall and remember, and also work on them. It is not just recollecting them. One can work on these things. So this, of course, there was some discussion between amongst some divine beings. So what are the different auspicious things? In that way, some divine beings they were discussing, and and they could not conclude. They could not say find out the best auspicious things. So then they decided to visit and discuss these things with Buddha. So one of them, representing the divine beings, he asked Buddha. So he just visits Buddha when he was in Savatthi, in Jetavana, in Anathapindika's monastery. So then this representative of the divine beings, he inquires. So we discussed uh, many things. We want to know the best auspicious thing, the best blessing that one should, of course, one should find out, one should recollect, one should practice. What are the best auspicious things or the blessings that one should look for and one should practice? In that way, when he inquired, Buddha says the first and foremost thing is asevanacha balana. Keep away the fools, the foolish people. Don't be in association with the foolish people. Panditanancha sevana, just serve and be in the association of the wise people, serve them and be in the association of the wise people. Puja cha pujaniya, this is also very, very important. You should learn to respect the respectables. If you wholeheartedly respect the respectables, then automatically the true faith will start. The true inspiration in your heart, the true volitions will start in your heart, and that will cleanse your system. That will churn your defilements, and that will push you to cleanse your system. System, I mean to say your mind. So these three things are very, very powerful. Keeping away, being away from the fools. Who are the fools? Who promote the defilements as the strengths, who see uh, the good in the bad in the good, who see the auspiciousness in the unauspicious things and the unauspicious things in the auspicious things, who are confused, who don't know the real source of happiness, who don't know the real purity, the real happiness, uh, the path to get the true happiness. Those who don't know, they are the fools. They simply mislead, they create a lot of confusion in us if we are in the association of such people, because association matters to a great extent. There is a Jataka tale where, of course, you might have heard this kind of stories. When you are in the association of good people, so you develop all the goodness. Two birds. One bird, when it is in the association of sages, it became very holy or sagely kind of bird. And the other bird, which is in the association of robbers or bandits, it became very cruel. In the same way that in the Jataka tale, one elephant, when it was in the association of the bandits, it became very ferocious. When it was in the association of good people or the holy people, it became very good, virtuous. So in that way, the association matters to a great extent. So keeping away the wrong association, the bad association is very, very, very crucial. There you have to use your discretion, your wisdom. If you don't work on this, then life will be wasted, because after all, the whole world is full of wrong influences, wrong association. When you see social media, TV, or entertainment, or just open up your eyes and just see the world around you. The foolish people, they are in, they're so enthusiastic in the pursuit of happiness uh, in the materialistic things or in the wrong place. And they try to influence the same thing on you also. So that way, wrong association. Though of course we are very much trapped in the wrong association, but at least for some time we should come out of it and we should learn how to be in the right association, how to serve the wise people. By serving the wise people, definitely you will be in their association. If you don't serve, you can't be in their association. They will keep away. They will not entertain you. If you serve and if you win their confidence with different good actions, meritorious actions, then you can be in the association of wise people. And also respecting the respectables. Your respect will determine your path. If you respect the wrong people, definitely you will go in that wrong direction. If you respect the right people, the holy people, then automatically you will be pulled. You will grow in that path. So you just see where exactly your respect is there. And if your respect is in the wrong place, just work on it. Just say deviate from that wrong place and give respect to the respectables. Then that is good enough. That will take you to say your mind cultivation or mind development. Mm. This is very crucial. Many people, they whatever you respect. If you respect money, then there is a chance of getting money. You will become a rich person. If you respect health, you will get health. If you respect wisdom, you will get wisdom. If you respect peace and harmony and happiness, you will get it. So respect will determine. It is like an engine. It will determine your journey, the direction of your journey. So respecting the respectables is very very crucial. So these are the first three blessings. In the same way, living in the right place, there also some discretion is required. You have to select the right place to stay and live. And also you should have some punya and you should work on punya. Punya is the power through meritorious actions. So and self-control, tuning the self and controlling the self, controlling the senses. So this is also a blessing. This is also an auspicious blessing. And learning uh, different skills, different subjects. Of course, when you are in the world, this is especially for the lay people. Buddha has given this discourse. When you are in the world, you should be very skillful in learning the best things from the world, from the people around you. And don't be lazy. Always be open and learn as many things as possible, and discipline yourself. And then keep talking the nice things, keep listening to the nice things, then keep respecting the parents, mata pitu, keep serving them, keep respecting them, and taking care of the children and wife and the children. And blameless professions. One should take up the professions which are blameless, like the professions where a lot of killing is involved or a lot of violence is involved. That Buddha, he discourages. Actually, he condemns that, or he says that don't follow. Like any profession, like selling of say weapons or poisons, anywhere in any profession where killing is involved, such kind of professions one should not involve. One should not take up. Dhanancha Dhammacharya cha. One should be, say, generous, taking care of the relatives and the friends, and practicing the Dhammacharya. Dhammacharya means like whatever is righteous, practicing those righteous things, like these meritorious actions, as I used to tell you. So practicing morality, practicing meditation, listening to Dhamma, all these things are Dhammacharya. One should practice these things, take care of the relatives according to your capacity, be generous, and taking up the professions which are blameless, and not taking the intoxicants, controlling the mind and controlling the evil actions, not indulging in the evil actions, not taking the intoxicants, appamado, always keeping the mind alert and mindful and heedful. So these are all blessings. These are all great auspicious things and blessings. And then, so in that way, being contented, being respectful, and regularly listening to Dhamma. So every Sunday we have these Dhamma talks, and of course you can attend other, say you can listen to other talks also in the YouTube or in the say internet. You will get so many opportunities, so many talks you can listen to, and then reading also, of course, you can do reading the Dhamma material. Kanticha, having a lot of patience, because when you're a householder, when you're in the world, of course, not only for the householders, for everyone, Kanti means like the patience is very, very essential. If you don't have patience, then definitely uh, your defilements, it will not be subdued. You can't control your mind. Patience is very, very important to control the mind. Mm. And then uh, be with the holy people. Keep, say, having the darshan of the holy people. Their very appearance, it will inspire you to become good, become, say, work on the mind and purify the mind. Kalena Dhamma Sakarcha. So you regularly you have to discuss the Dhamma. You have to discuss about the Dhamma. And then if you are still interested in learning a few more blessings, few more auspicious things, you can think of tapocha, practicing different meditations. Brahmacharya, you can practice brahmacharya. Arya Satchana Darsanam, if you have that opportunity, you can uh, be in association, or you can of course practice the meditation thoroughly, and you can realize the Arya Satchas, the Four Noble Truths, Nibbana Satchikriya cha, and of course your Satchikriya. So you should always have that willingness for Nibbana, the true willingness for Nibbana. So keeping the mind always equanimous. Lokadhamma, there are 8 Lokadhammas: profit and loss, happiness and suffering, praise and blame. All these things are different, say, ups and downs in the world. You should be, you should be composed. You should not be affected by these vicissitudes or ups and downs in the world. So Asokan version came. So completely uh, keep your mind, keep your mind stainless, keep away all the defilements, and be free from the shoka, all kinds of suffering. So these are the different blessings that Buddha step by step. So the first and foremost thing is to keep away the foolish people, foolish association of fools, and the final thing is to completely become pure in your mind, completely become stainless, cankerless, defilementless. Absolute defilementlessness is the absolute, the perfect blessing, the perfect auspicious thing. So to go through this path, you have to start with this right association, keeping away wrong association, and respect the respectables. Those who are really into this path of purification, who are the true inspirations, just to respect them and just serve them. So that is the for beginning. And if you keep on progressing in this path, then automatically the different blessings, auspicious things you should learn. That of course I have mentioned now. All these different things will finally take you to the ultimate liberation of the mind from all the defilements. So that is what is the say the different blessings that Buddha recommends to this divine being, and that divine being and all other beings, they became happy with this by listening to this step by step training of the mind, which is very perfectly designed and described and explained by Buddha. That was very much appreciated. And of course, this is very much relevant even today. Mm. So this is the spectrum of mind purification. The complete canvas I have given in this, of course, given by Buddha. So in this Mahamangala, the complete spectrum of how to work on our mind is explained in this. So this should be your say uh, your syllabus or your um, say some kind of uh, what you call in the modern terms. So it should be your guidelines. These things should be your guidelines to say to resolve to take up any resolution in this new year. Mm. So in this way you can purify the mind. As I was telling you in the beginning of the discourse. So if you want to reduce the burden of defilements, reduce the weight of defilements, this is the way. So in this way, if these guidelines, mm, this is the blueprint. So using this blueprint, if you work on your mind, you can definitely reduce the burden of your mind. And reducing the burden of the mind is the way to look at the things in a novel way, or in that is the way for the newness to see, to find out the newness in your perception. This is the way again. This is the foundation for both these two resolutions. But what are these two resolutions? To reduce the weight of the mind, weight of the defilements of the mind, and also develop the skill of looking at everything with that novelty, with that newness, changing the perception. So though you are looking at your, say, your wife, your husband, or your friend, or your boss, or your employee, all the time, but if you change your perception each and every day, they may look different, they may look special, they may look unique, they may look attractive, they may look, say, inspiring, they may look charming. So that is what is actually today's topic: how to look at the things with that novelty, with that right perception, with that matured perception. Because whenever you see something novel, something new, your mind gets some kind of high, some kind of joy. So that is what is actually the true mind cultivation. So with that kind of mind, so then the life becomes happy. Life, you can be free from monotony, you can be free from boredom, you can be free from that idea of repetitiveness. When there is something repetitive in the mind, you feel bored, you feel say say you lose interest, develop the disinterest. So as a householder, or for that matter, even a meditator or an ascetic or a renunciate, for them also, even in meditation, they should learn how to see the novelty in each and every sitting, in each and every moment of meditation. Then only you can enjoy meditation. The same way, in each and every action, in each and every relation, in each and every situation, you should learn to see the novelty, the newness. Then, then there is thrill in the life. Then there is hope in the life. Then there is, say, say the true joy in the life. For that, the perception should change. The mind should change. So, as I was telling you, this reduction in the defilements and this perception of looking at the things in a novel way, inculcating that newness attitude, that is possible. They are actually inversely proportional. The more you unburden your defilements, the more, uh, say, your ability to look at the things in a novel way. You can look at the things in a very novel, very say in a different way, not in a routine way. That to see the speciality or uniqueness in each and every situation, that ability of the mind to become creative, to become innovative, that is possible always when the defilements will reduce, when the mind is completely struck with a lot of defilements, a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, a lot of greed, a lot of jealousy is there, then you can't look at the things in a special way, in a novel way, in a that newness in the particular object that you are looking into, that you are interacting. You can't see that newness. You can't find out. I'll give you some examples. Then it becomes very easy. So of course, I used to give this example in my classes also. So let us say I'm using one whiteboard. So if something is already written on the whiteboard, which is completely full, then if I use that whiteboard again, then you can't see what I'm writing. Then you are not very clear of what I'm writing. So before I write on the completely filled whiteboard, what I have to do, I have to erase all that previous thing that is written on the whiteboard. I should make it empty. I should make it white again, completely white. Then, if I write, it's very clear. You can see it is it is very very say clear to perceive. You can find out what I have written in a proper way, in a correct way. Is it not? So, erasing the previous things is very very essential to create the new things. To look at the things in a novel way. Erasing of the previous things is a crucial thing. So whatever that has happened in the previous year, however significant it is, you have to simply let go it. Then only the new visions, the new observations, the new ideas, the new creative ideas, the new innovative ideas will arise from the mind. You can look at the things in a novel way. Like an exhaust fan. So in an exhaust fan, if you use an exhaust fan, all the hot air inside the room, it will go away. Then only the fresh air from the outside will come inside. If the hot air or if the polluted air inside the room is not blown away, it is not blown out of the room, then you won't get the fresh air. So this is very very key understanding, very very important knowledge that is very much required to progress in the worldly life, materialistic world, and also in the meditation, and also in the spiritual world. If you want to progress in the meditation, that art of letting go, whatever happened is happened. What next? Observing the breath, each and every breath, or observing whatever other meditation objects that you are supposed to observe. So if you are not skillful in letting go of whatever happened or whatever is going on in your mind, just let go and let me see the next thing. What next or what's happening now? So if you want to observe what's happening now, you should learn how to let go what happened previously or what will happen in the future. That also, of course, you should learn how to let go. So letting go is the key formula. mm, to look at the things afresh, look at the things as new, as novel, as special, as unique. Mm. So, if you are meditating every day and learn this art of letting go, observe each and every breath as the very special breath and the only breath, most important thing, then you will progress in meditation. So, if that kind of attitude, if you have developed, then each and every day your husband will look special, your wife will look very special, your employee, your boss will look special, your friends will look special and unique. If you have that predetermined or premeditative ideas about your boss or your employee or your family members, if that is not gone away from your mind, if you have that fixed ideas in your mind, then you can't see the novelty or the newness in the person or in the situation or in the objects around you. So they say the mind should be like a mirror. It reflects anybody who comes in front of that mirror, any object that comes in front of that mirror. In the same way, if your mind is like a mirror, so without any stains, without any dirt or stains on the mirror, so it reflects. So if you see any person, he looks, you can look at him very clearly. That means in a very special way. If the stains are there, if the dirt is there in your mind, then you can't see that person uh, in his fullness, in his completeness. You can't see him. So if you want to see a person in his completeness, your mind should be pure like a mirror. If your mind is full of stain, so you can't see the other person in his fullness, in his completeness, in his greatness. So this ability of the mind to let go will help you to look at the things in a novel way, in a creative way, in a special way. And you can derive, you can extract the fullness, the completeness, the greatness of the different situation, of different people, of different objects around you. So that kind of mind is I should develop in this new year. That is my resolution. That is my resolve. If in that way, if you resolve, then automatically the burden of the defilements also will reduce. Because of burdens only, they are like the stains of the mirror, dust, dirt on the mirror, which will come in the way to look at the things in its full, in its completeness. So work on this. So what is that you have to do? What is the action that you have to take up? The right action. So you should resolve to meditate. The regular meditation will reduce the burden of the defilements, will increase this perception of newness, looking at the things in a special way, in a novel way, or in its completeness, in its fullness, in its uniqueness. Each and every leaf will look new, will look very fresh. That some of you might have observed after 1 day or 2 days or 5 days meditation, continuous meditation, or even sometimes even half an hour beautiful meditation. If you look at the things, each and every leaf, each and every person, each and every any object, they look very fresh. Even the floor, it looks very bright. When the mind is full of dullness, full of defilements, anything you see, it looks dull and pale and boring. There is no charm. You don't see charm in whatever you see. When your mind has lost that charm, when your mind has lost that purity. So there are different ways of say meditation, different ways of say meditativeness or mindfulness. But as I always suggest you work on this right view mindfulness, because this is the most authoritative, as many of you might have realized by this time. Work on this most authoritative right view mindfulness techniques, because that right view itself it gives an authority in your mind, in your meditation practice. So I can give you so many examples how this newness and unburdening of the defilements, giving up the defilements, letting go of the defilements, letting go of the past, letting go of the future greed or the past worries, how to come out of this, or by coming out of these defilements of the mind, how the mind becomes, say, special, how the mind becomes pure, how the mind becomes like a mirror, and how you can see everything as special, everything as unique, and thereby how the mind will say create some new ideas or some innovative ideas. It will generate the innovative ideas. To get this innovativeness or this creativity in the mind, unburdening is the key, letting go is the key, and to achieve both these things, meditation is the master key. Meditation is the path. So regular meditation practice is my resolution in this new year. In that way, if you determine, That way, if you resolve, then I assure you, 100%, all other resolutions will fall in place. All other achievements, all other kinds of happiness, they fall in place. All other benefits of health, happiness, success, they fall in place. So I think this much is enough for today. And as usual, I just thought of continuing our discussion on the kammas, the different kinds of kamma. Of course, uh, there is no time because we will spend some time on this question and answers also. Uh, and maybe some 5 minutes we will meditate to resolve that we practice meditation regularly and unburden our mind, thereby reduce our defilements, and also make our mind like a mirror so that we can see everything fresh, everything new, everything uh, special, everything is unique. So for that, we practice some 5 minutes meditation also, and then we will conclude. Okay. First, we will practice some 5 minutes meditation, and you can send your questions now or whatever you want to. You can send questions in this chat box, and then so after 5 minutes meditation, I will answer your questions. Okay. Now, all of you sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Keep a smile on your face. Let go all the worries, all the fears, all the defilements, the greed, hatred, jealousy, anger, dullness, boredom, monotony. Just let go. Just say, let it be, let go. Just let go all these things, all the past. I just let go. The previous year, whatever happened, just let go. Whether it's good or bad, and all the defilements, all the thoughts, all the feelings, simply let go. By this letting go, experience some inner joy and keep a smile on your face. Powerful let go will empty our minds and that will give us purity and that give us joy. Experience that joy and purity and keep a smile on your face by letting go of all these things. See your own smiling face with all the emptiness in the mind. Just see your smiling face in your mind. See how fresh, how special, how unique you are. Have that feeling that I'm unique, I'm special. There's none in this existence who is like me. Appreciate your uniqueness, your being. and wish yourself, let me be like this, special, unique, happy, healthy, joyful, always with a smile. This new year, this is my resolution, always having this smile and having this joy, having this let go, having this uniqueness, having this appreciation to myself. Let me be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. Let me be like this, always smiling. Let me be free from all kinds of defilements, all kinds of suffering, all kinds of physical and mental suffering. Let me be happy, healthy, and peaceful. Let me rejoice in all the uniqueness, all the specialities that I have. Let me be equanimous. Let me be still. From the stillness, let me take up all actions. Let me perform all things with this. For Brahma Viharas, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Let me be creative with the help of these Brahma Viharas. Let me develop this art of purifying the mind, art of seeing novelty, newness in everything. With these Brahma Viharas, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Let me be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. The same way, the teacher and all other meditators, and all other people, known, unknown people, all my family members, all the friends, known people, all the unknown people, and even the hostile people with whom I have cross relation. I wholeheartedly wish all of them in this new year be free from their defilements, develop in this path of mind purification. All of them develop Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha, and develop this mental purity. May all of them be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. The same way all the animals, all other beings also be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. May I be always like this, my mind filled with this four Brahma Viharas, with that Upekha, let me be mindful, let me be aware, let me develop my overall mindfulness with the Brahma Vihara of Upekha. Let me be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. Let me resolve to practice this mind cultivation, mind purification techniques, mind body coordination, the Idipadas, confidence building techniques, the four wholesome feelings, Brahma Viharas, the different awareness techniques, the different right understanding, right knowledge from all these different techniques. So, based on right view, let me purify my mind, let me regularly practice the meditation. Let me unburden all the defilements from my mind. Let me reduce the weight of the mind, weight of the defilements. That is my primary resolution. which helps me in looking at the things and the people and all this, looking at all the situations in a novel way, with that newness, with that uniqueness. I can look at the things like a mirror that each and every day, each and every hour, each and every minute, each and every moment, let my mind perceive the things around me with that novelty, with that newness, with that uniqueness. Let me be happy and well. Let me be healthy and peaceful. Let me progress in this mind purification in this new year. Then all other requirements they fall in place. All other achievements, all other necessities, all other relations, all other resolutions they fall in place. Let this be my primary resolution. With this resolution, let my confidence, conviction, determination develop. Let me be happy and well, healthy and peaceful. Again, you see your own smiling face. Be grateful, be respectful to this right view, to these right view meditations. That is the one that will fix you in the right direction. You see yourself, you are respecting this right view and right view meditations, and are fixed in this right direction and derive the joy of being fixed in this right direction. Again, you see your own smiling face. With this calm and composed mind, with the mind full of upekkha, equanimity, observe 10 breaths, the normal natural breaths. Then slowly you can open your eyes. After observing 10 breaths, you can count them. And after 10 breaths, slowly open your eyes. Okay, slowly open your eyes. So, so in that way, so Brahma Viharas and then the four Indipadas that many of you might have attended our different levels of meditation and learned it, and all the right view or the right knowledge, the different ways of developing right knowledge, right perception towards happiness and suffering, and different awareness techniques. All these things they support each other, they complement each other. So, so work on these different things and develop your mind, and then And one more thing that I always used to insist, the defilements will start in the mind. They multiply in the mind because of our uh, habit pattern of the mind to compare, to judge, to measure our success, our happiness, our progress with others' progress. This stop comparing. So in level 3, I think I discuss in detail about this comparing. Most of our defilements, most of our not to let go is our inability to let go is because the mind is stuck in comparison. So that comparison only fears, comparison only insecurities, comparison only other defilements like anger, hatred, jealousy, greed, everything will start. If you stop comparing, then automatically lot of purity you can achieve. Mana means measurement. At the same time, mana means like minus and minus. So when you stop measuring, this minus and minus will go away. In meditation, also the same thing happens. When you stop measuring, so you will become nothing. That nothingness will come, and from that nothingness, whatever you want to create, you can create. Whatever you want to see, you can see. Everywhere you can see novelty, novelness, uniqueness. In the same way, in the meditation also same thing happens. When you are meditating, you simply let go. You simply be with the present moment, present meditation object. So that will again open up your mind, purify your mind. Then you can see everything new, everything novel. That way, this is again one of the right understanding, right perception. Right perception is as much as possible. I stop comparing with others. I work on my goal, my responsibilities. Mm. My mind purification, my health, my happiness, my mental purification. That way, if you my meditation, my meditativeness, in that way, if you work, then definitely unburdening becomes easy. Developing this creative mind, looking at everything with that novelty, with that newness is possible. Creativity and purity they go together. Please understand this. So I think with that we will conclude today's Dhamma talk. I wish all of you may this new year give this ability to let go, this ability to look at the things with that creative mind, with that pure mind, that ability you develop all of you and be happy, be healthy, and be peaceful. Okay. Now let us see. There are some questions. Vikas Patil, you send your message clearly. Send your question properly in the chat box. Any other question? Okay. So now we'll conclude today's this Dhamma talk with one chanting. Namo Buddhaya Vandami Banteji. How to plan Sutta, Shravan, reading and meditation in available time. It's left to you. How can I suggest you? It's your time, your life. how much time you have, how much you have to work for your family, for your other things, your profession. So many things, so many factors will affect each and every individual. See, for me, all the 24 hours I can work on my mind. I'm sitting here in Himalayas. I can see once I eat, I take my lunch and then breakfast. Sometimes I take, sometimes I don't take. So all the 24 hours I can work on meditation, on reading, on say teaching or whatever, this Dhamma thing. That is my situation. Or for some person who is so busy, like let us say one very busy businessman, or maybe he may get only some 5-10 minutes, morning some 10 minutes, evening some 10. It's okay. That's also okay. So in that 10 minutes, so morning he can read or he can meditate, and again in the evening some 10 minutes he can meditate. That way, so person to person it varies based on their situation, based on different factors. Hmm. So, uh, so what you have to do, just plan according to your available time availability. But of course, if you give priority to this, then you will learn how to adjust, how to make up some time for meditation and reading. So it is completely uh, an individual's preference, priority, how much priority he gives to this. That is one factor. The second thing is his commitments to his profession, his family. So based on this, you balance and then you find out how much, how you can plan, how you can design your day and work on this mind purification, which is possible through meditation and say, reading or whatever you want to do. Yeah. So Mandami Bante, what gives power to greed, hatred, and delusion? So actually, avidya pachaya sankara, so ignorance only it is the fuel. It gives power to all our defilements. Hmm. Our greed, hatred, and delusion. Let us say these are the three primary defilements. So what gives power to this? Our ignorance. Our ignorance, like not knowingness, not knowing the right, knowing the right as wrong, wrong as the right, or our laziness, all these things, they will give power to the greed, hatred, and delusion. And of course, the wrong association, the people who are full of this greed, hatred, and delusion, if you are in association with them, then you will get power from them also because of their ignorance, their greed, hatred, and delusion. Hmm. Like just like a magnet, if you keep one iron filing near a magnet, that iron filing also it acts like behaves like a magnet. In the same way, if you are in association with the wrong people with full of greed, hatred, and delusion, that means full of ignorance, then they will induce their defilements, their power of ignorance. Ignorance is also a power, just like knowledge is a power. Ignorance is also a great power. One should learn how to keep away the ignorance, which is one horrible negative power. So, so that is one primary thing. That's like fencing. So once you fence yourself, keeping away these negative influences, negative power of ignorance and negative power of greed, hatred, and delusion, then you can work on yourself. Then you can work on your greed, your hatred, your delusion, your ignorance. If so many things, so many other negative influences are bombarding you, the external influences, then you won't get time and patience and energy and wisdom to work on your defilements. Hmm. So maybe because of this reason, and this very first blessing, the very first auspicious thing or blessing that Buddha has mentioned in this Mahamangala Sutta is keeping away from this wrong association. Wrong association means like this only. The people full of greed, hatred, and delusion, that is ignorance. So just to be away from them, that is the best way to protect yourself from the negative influences, which are the propelling force, negative force for your all other defilements, all other suffering. Yeah. So if at all, if you want to compare, is it possible to improve ourselves without compare? Yeah, it's possible. So how? So so comparison, like say, uh, say for example, let us take some examples. Then it becomes easy. Hmm. Of course, in some positive things like mind purification, that's not comparison. That is like inspiration. Like if you want to say Buddha has purified his mind to a great extent, so that should inspire you. That should not that should not create some kind of say competition and comparison and competition, or some good people who are progressing, that should enthuse you and inspire you. I'm using this word comparison and competition in that's what most people, out of jealousy or out of ignorance, they try to compete by comparing. In that sense, I have used this word comparison. So, so if you see some positive things, you should get inspired from that. You should get enthused by that. So, based on his abilities, his different factors that control him, that so he has purified his mind. That is great. I appreciate. Through appreciation, that inspiration comes. Through comparison, competition comes. Hmm. So that's why there is no need to compare with others. You can be inspired by others. With some positive things, you can be inspired by others. Okay. That way, get inspired by others, get enthused by others' success, not to compare and compete with them. Then it creates a lot, because your circumstances, your mental factors, your situations, your accumulated say abilities, it may be completely different from the other person. If you start comparing, then not only this jealousy, all these things will come. Lot of stress will come. A lot of stress in the world is because of this comparison and competition only. Oh, he has done. My neighbor has brought this. We don't have this. Then that thought will, it becomes stress. It becomes anxiety. It becomes all among youngsters also. They compare with other students, and they start say developing stress. Of course, this is a very big subject. This mana. This will not go very easily also. This comparison and judging. This I have explained. You have completed your level 3. Again, you are asking. So in level 3, I explained in detail about this mana. Mana is one deep-rooted. It's samyojana. It's called samyojana. Fetter. It is so strong. So if you want to come out of it, you have to work on your abilities. You have to. So previously, that was my situation. For example, in meditation, you can't compare with others' meditation. Your meditation, you can't compare with others' meditation. You can be inspired by a successful meditator, but you can't compare. You can't compete and compare. This compete and comparing is one very demonic quality. It will make you like full of aggressiveness. Slowly it leads to that kind of aggressiveness also. So getting inspired, getting enthused by other success, automatically that appreciation comes, that mudita comes, automatically friendship comes, automatically that will be imbibed to you into your mind also. That appreciation and inspiration that will get imbibed into your mind, and automatically getting the different ways and means to achieve that particular success, that becomes easy. Coming to example of meditation. So if you compete with another, let us say your friend or your family member, I should meditate better than this person, then you don't progress in meditation. His situation is completely different, though he may be your family member or friend. The different factors that influence his meditation may be completely different from the factors that influence your meditation. You should just be inspired with his meditation, and then that very inspiration gives you that joy, that mudita. That mudita will give you some different ideas of creating those suitable factors. How best? Yeah. So he is there using this. That appreciation should be there, and automatically they will also help you. See, this is the proper time. This is the method. This is a group meditation. So listen to this practice session. Follow this in this way, in that way. That friendliness, maitri will come through mudita. Maitri will come. So that is altogether a different path. Comparing, competing, aggressiveness. That is one path. Appreciation, inspiration, cooperation, mutual help, all these things, this is a different path. Okay, so in that way, for self progress, appreciation is the key, not the comparison and competition. This is what I mean. Your self improvement is possible only without comparison, only by inspiration, only by say hard work, only by utilizing your different uh, supporting factors, by appreciating others, not by comparing and competing with others, by appreciating and inspiring, getting inspiration from others through cooperation. That is the only way. Competition is one very demonic way of self progress. If at all, if you achieve some progress, it will be very very temporary, or it will be like one very materialistic, and that will not keep your mind in equanimity, in say in peace. So all these things in level 3 we discuss on this mana. Here you might have learned it, but still, of course, I've given a few tips today also. Okay, so we'll conclude with one small chanting. नमो तस्सा भगवतो अर्हतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वबुद्धानुभावेन सर्वधर्मानुभावेन सर्वसङ्घानुभावेन सदा स्वस्ति भवन्तु ते सुखी भवेयं दुःखो अहं च विया इदा च मे सुखी होन्तु मज्जता चतवेदिनो इमां हि गम्मन्ते धम्मे सत्त होन्तु सुखी सदा अतो परंचारज्येषु चक्रवालेषु जन्तनो साधु 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 सुखिवन्तु मंगलम्।